Real Madrid have not made a ton of moves in terms of bringing players in, with the exception of some loanees returning. The biggest of those, of course, Martin Odegaard, coming off of a breakout season with Real Sociedad. Have Real Madrid done enough so far to repeat as champions? Is the fact that Barcelona is in such disarray maybe the biggest thing that's happened to Real Madrid this summer?
Yeah, I think you can look at Zidane right now, and he's seeing what's going on in Barcelona, and he's like, why do I want to basically erupt something in my camp? Obviously, there's a couple players that, when I was looking down the list, who I would see him trying to get rid of. I mean, Gareth Bale, just because he hasn't been playing, he made that very known. Didn't even traveled Ramos, that had had the red card, so wasn't even able to play in that match. So the writing's on the wall for that one. And then you look at Jovic. He hasn't really gotten the opportunity under Zidane. But again, I think what Zidane is creating there has been fantastic. He's been able to rotate the squad. He's been able to keep everyone happy. And that's the most important thing. When you're playing for a big club, it is so difficult to be a tactician as a manager, but then be able to motivate a group that have big egos at the end of the day. Big contracts and big egos, it's not easy to do. You look across, around the world. I mean, you look at Barcelona. I mean, the big names there. No manager's been able to come in and manage that, but obviously that comes a little bit from the board. So I think Real Madrid, I think this season especially, because the transfer window is a little bit, it's later, and then the money that they may not have, I think I would sit pretty with my team at this point. Wait for the next transfer window to open, see how you start the season off, because right now, realistically, they have Sevilla that's kind of knocking at the door, and they have Atletico Madrid that's kind of pushing them right now. I don't see Barcelona, with the way that they are now in this offseason, being a contender to even push Real Madrid as of right now.
It's interesting, actually. You named a couple of clubs there. I would also add Villarreal as a team that have done some really interesting things going into this new season. And if we are looking, as seems to be the case, at a post-Cristiano Ronaldo, post-Lionel Messi era of Spanish football, we could see a return to the days not that long ago, literally actually before those guys arrived, where the La Liga title was disputed between more than just Barcelona and Real Madrid, when the Valencias and the Deportivo La Coruñas, other teams had a chance to compete for the league title. And if Real Madrid aren't significantly strengthened from the team they were last season, and Barcelona are in a sort of transition year. Remains to be seen what Atletico Madrid can do with this summer, and what they look like in the sort of second year of the Joao Felix era. This might be one of those wide open La Liga races where there are, 3-4 teams competing for the title and not just breaking to the top 4. And the reason I say that is I'm not convinced, as much as I'm an admirer of what Zinedine Zidane has done and of how great they were at the end of the season, especially defensively. I think there were some questionable decisions that did go their way in a few games here and there where the margins made the difference. They picked themselves up for that. I'm 100% certain of that. And I think partly Barcelona fell apart, and two, Real Madrid put together their best stretch of the season post-pandemic or post-pandemic break to run off that incredible run to win La Liga. But this is a team that were knocked out of the Copa del Rey quarterfinals by Real Sociedad, and were bounced from the Champions League round of 16 by Manchester City. And so it wasn't a superlative year for Real Madrid either. I think there will be some competition for the La Liga title this season that goes beyond just Barcelona and Real Madrid.